This is all about freedom. Our country is a free country, and it is slowly being stripped away day by day. And so the mission, the vision for the American Dream Project that I have is to build the American Dream back to its former glory, but then make it better than it has ever been. Because imagine if even 50, 60% of the American population was personally excellent in faith, family, fitness, finance, firearms, and freedom. Think about how different the landscape of our nation would look at 50 to 60%, even 20 to 30%. The thing that has been missed by so many people because we've been taught wrong is that a personally excellent life is only for the 1%ers, and that is not true. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the American Dream Podcast. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the podcast, welcome to the dream. My name is Josh, and I'm the host of this podcast, also the owner of a business called the American Dream Project. Today, I'm not going to include it in the intro because today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my vision for American Dream. When I introduced it and launched the business, I kind of broke it down why I was doing it, but I kind of want to go a little bit more in depth, and plus some of you new people probably haven't seen that video, so I kind of want to just show you and tell you guys what the mission is with it, and why it's not just another business for another money idea to make money, and that's it. If you are new, we do not run any ads on this channel. We don't run any ads. Nor will I ever run any ads except promoting my own products, and maybe just if I have a shirt on like this one is Fuel Hunt, great brand, but I'm not going to get sponsorships and do any of that because I don't want anybody to tell me what I can and can't say to you guys, because I want to be as honest and transparent and as authentic as I can possibly be to you guys. And so to do that, I'm not going to ever do that with sponsorships because that's just not how I roll. Since we don't run any ads or anything like that, we don't charge you to watch the show, all I ask is that you please share this episode with one person, or go find an episode that you watch. Just every time you watch this channel, share it with one person. That's it. And if you do that, we will be able to grow this brand, grow this business, grow this movement into what you're about to see my vision is for it. Down in the links below, I also have our social media pages, our website. If you want to grab any of our products, we have some pretty cool shirts. Our main product is a box that has some items that will help you develop personally, just all around. And yeah, that's it. I'm not going to promote much. If you want to join our email list, it's also down there in the description. Join our Facebook group. It's all down there. So go just check it out in the description below. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it today. So today, I'm just going to I don't have anything planned out to talk about to you guys. I'm just going to kind of share my heart with you about what the American Dream Project is. And you're going to hear me interchangeably use the name American Dream and American Dream Project. It's the same thing. The official name is American Dream Project because the American Dream is A, it's not what it used to be, and B, it's a work in progress. Like, we have to do things right now to be able to save even the idea of the American Dream. And so you're probably asking, what is the American Dream? Because it used to be coming to America, becoming American, growing up in America, and just doing well for yourself, just because it used to be a term for a lot of immigrants. It used to be a term for, I guess you could say, entrepreneurs. But the American Dream is for everybody that lives here and is an American. And that is living your life to the fullest potential. Because I believe God has a plan for each and every person on this earth. He has a plan for you to be successful. He has a plan for you to help others. He has a plan for you to be able to grow and become the best that you could possibly be. And In today's world, whether it's the events going on, whether it's just our government, there's so many things in our world today that are out to rob us of our happiness, rob us of our joy. And it's intentional, because if you demoralize people enough, they give up hope. When they don't have hope, they give up. And a society without hope is a society that can be controlled. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't necessarily like to be told what to do. And I don't like to know that I can't control what I'm going to do in my life. That is what inspired me to really create this. The other inspiration that came from it was from Andy Frisella. He is probably one of my greatest YouTube mentors that that dude, his knowledge, his arsenal of knowledge, but then how freely he shares it is just unmatched, unparalleled. And if he ever sees this, Andy, thank you. I hope one day I get to tell you thank you in person. But yeah, he has a saying that says personal excellence is the ultimate rebellion. If you take a temperature check on where our world is and where it's been for the last 4 or 5 years, it's not good. And if you could kind of see what's coming down the pipe, it's not good either. And it's going to be up to us as Americans to make sure that we preserve not only our rights, but preserve the America that we all came to know and love. Yeah, we're not in a war technically per se, but we are in a battle every day for our freedoms. Every day our freedoms are getting shot down and ripped apart in court. You may not see it on big headline news, but if you dig deep enough, it's there. So I wanted to take personal excellence and build a business off of it. Not just fitness, not just finance, but what we call our F6 principles. You got faith, family, fitness, finance, firearms, and freedom. And I've described those in videos past, so I'm not going to go too in depth on them, but those are what we believe are the core elements. That's what I believe are the core elements, what I've adopted in my own life. You got faith. I believe God is our firm foundation. You may not believe the same, but that's what I believe. And so that's what I'm building this business on. So God is our firm foundation. And then I feel like our families have been absolutely brutally attacked and have been torn apart and are continuing to be torn apart. So I believe that comes back to men. Because yes, I know women, you have a role that a man could never fill. But the way a home operates, the way that kids are raised, they stem from the man in the family. And so many families nowadays, there's not a man present in the family. And we have to get back to that. We have to get back to our roots of a man being there. And not just being there in the flesh, but being there in the mind. Too many kids, they grow up with both parents there. But either one or both of them aren't actually mentally there. They're either off watching TV, off on their phone, completely checked out, and not interacting with their kids whatsoever. And we have to get back to that. If we want to fix the country for our generation, but then fix it for our kids' generation and generations to come. This isn't a one and done thing. It has to be maintained and then nurtured and then made to grow every single generation. And then we've got fitness. Fitness is a huge deal. I'm working on it myself, but if you want to have success in life, if you want to live a good life, live a happy life, you have got to be healthy. I'm not saying you have to be jacked with a six-pack, with veins popping out. No. But when you are overweight, when you are out of shape, you would be completely blown away to see the difference from being in shape to being out of shape. on how you live your life, how productive you are, how much you get done in your day-to-day, how much of a better of a relationship you have with your spouse, your kids, your coworkers, your friends, everything. Your health elevates every other area of your life. Because when you can be disciplined enough to maintain your health and be healthy, be fit, you're going to be disciplined in your finances. You're going to be disciplined in your family. You're going to be disciplined in your faith. They all work together. That's why I chose these elements. Then we got finance. If you aren't financially stable, you're going to be constantly stressed. You're going to be worrying about how you're going to be able to pay the bills for the rest of the month because you've gotten your paychecks for the month and you have no money left, and it's just going to stress you out, which is going to cause your fitness to deteriorate, which is going to cause your family and your faith to deteriorate, and you see how it all comes together. But the one that probably sticks out to you most as an outlier is firearms. And here's my reasoning for that. Firearms, first of all, I love them. I love to work on them, build them for myself, go to the range, train, that sort of thing. But the Second Amendment is probably our most attacked amendment that in history. I mean, you look at seems like every time I turn around, there's a new article about gun control, about trying to take away certain guns, to ban certain things related to guns, and it's not cool. And the reason the Second Amendment is there is to protect our First Amendment, which is freedom of speech. And just to be able to protect our lives, our families' lives, just innocent people's lives from being gunned down by some idiot that is not sane. We have to be able to be competent, be trained, be ready in firearms. Because I'm sorry, we all know the saying, you can't bring a knife to a gunfight. You sure as crap can't bring fists to a gunfight. And here's the deal with gun control. I'm just going to lay it all out there. Getting rid of the guns, putting laws that prohibit people from getting guns, especially the law-abiding citizens from getting guns, isn't going to stop the criminals from getting guns. Because criminals already break the law. If you're a criminal, you've broken the law at some point. So what would stop you from breaking the law to get a gun? Just logic, people, come on. But that is why firearms is on there, is because I feel that it is that important, because we have to be able to protect our rights, protect our families, protect all of this, protect these elements. We don't want to be told what faith we can have. We don't want our family to be controlled by other people, by other influences. We don't want our finances to be out of our hands. We don't want our fitness to be out of our hands. And then the last one, we don't want our freedom to be out of our hands. Just because 1% of the population decided they were going to get their crap together and end up making money off of it, doesn't mean it's not for the rest of the people. The only thing separating the 1% from the other 99% is that they actually chose to be disciplined and do the work. And if you haven't figured it out, I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy, because it is not going to be easy. I'm not there yet. I haven't gotten to that point yet. But the thing is, what I'm starting to learn from people that are way ahead of me in this journey is that it never gets easy. Just the things that are hard now become easy, but then you get presented with new things that are harder. So you will always have hard things to deal with. Just as you do them consistently, be disciplined and get them done consistently, they're going to become easy. But then you get harder things. And that's how we grow. So my goal and I'm just going to let you, you know what? I really don't care. I'm going to give you my entire outlook, my 5, 10, 15-year outlook for this business, for this vision. So right now, we've got the American Dream Box, which is going to have 6, 7-ish items a month in it that will help you become personally excellent in those areas. There'll be tools. It's supposed to be a toolbox. It'll be there. It'll be available every month. And then I'll have some shirts out there that are encouraging, because I know when I wear a shirt that has a message like we have one right now that I absolutely love. It's the My Family Bleeds Red, White, and Blue. It's a different feeling wearing those kinds of shirts. Or like we have one that says luck is a lie, do the work. It's a mental thing. When I put that shirt on in the morning, when I put a shirt on like it, like I have a hat. It's been in prior videos before, but it says dues paid on it. It's a First Form hat. When I wear those pieces of clothing, it's a complete game changer for me mentally, because it's like a switch flips. You take ownership of what that shirt says, and you go out and you own it that day. So that is what we're doing right now. By the end of this year, I would love to have a storefront. That is my goal, is to have one storefront by the end of this year where you can come in and shop these products that are in boxes, buy our branded shirts, that sort of deal. Start with a small store. It's going to be done by phase. So that's I'm going to say phase 0 and phase 1. Phase 0 is right now, it's the website, just selling stuff online. Phase 1 is going to be opening a storefront. Phase 2 is going to be incorporating a gun store into the storefront, which I cannot wait for that point, because I have wanted to have a gun store for the longest time. My great-grandpa was a gunsmith, and it's a great atmosphere. If you've ever been in a gun store, it's you can't match the atmosphere. So, and ours is going to be pretty awesome, by the way. Just keep it in mind. But so that's phase 2. Phase 3 is going to be adding on a gym. I'm going to back up for a second. So in the storefront, not only is it going to have our clothing, our products, our branded products, it's going to have the products in the boxes too, like First Form, True Lean, the CRKT knives. It's going to have the books that we recommend, Bibles, all that stuff. But it's also going to have a produce area, which I know seems kind of odd. But my deal is, with the American Dream Project, I want to be able to help as many local people as possible. And one of the most struggling groups of people right now is farmers. Farmers and people that make homemade products, homemade foods, that grow stuff straight from the ground and try to sell it. Those are the people that are struggling the most. So I want to have a produce area that has just rows of fresh produce brought in from local farmers, and then have a refrigeration section where, like, if they bring in milk, anything like that, I want to be able to help the local people as much as I possibly can. I want this to be a beacon for the community. And so that'll be part of phase 1 also. So storefront and produce area store is phase 1. Adding the gun shop part, phase 2. Phase 3 is the gym. And it's not going to be just a gym. It'll probably take a little bit to get it going. But honestly, when I launch each phase, I want it to be the best that I could possibly make it at that time. Yes, there's always going to be room for growth and improving. But I don't want to release something that looks trashy, per se. I want it to be good. I want it to be like, I want people to be able to get behind this. So that's phase 3. Yeah, phase 3. And so the gym will be it'll be separate from the store, but connecting between the store and stuff. Is going to have a protein shake, coffee, smoothie bar area where you get some of the products, like Black Rifle Coffee will have their product there. We'll be making protein shakes with all the different supplement companies that we have in the store. And just be a neat deal. And yeah, and so that's phase 3. By the way, the gym, the way that I'm envisioning right now, it's going to be something completely insane. It's going to have every machine you could think of, all the weights you could possibly want, a basketball court of some kind, either half court or full court. Working on the details will come down the road. And then We'll have group areas where you can do group workouts. It'll be great. I can tell you that. And then, so what you could call phase 4 would be a shooting range. And the shooting range would be, it'd have an indoor section and an outdoor section. That way, shoot any day of the week, any kind of weather. You can come and you can train. But it's not just any old shooting range. The indoor part would be state of the art. It'll be just, the accommodations would be great. You wouldn't have to be, there's so much technology involved now that you can have. I'm not going to go into detail explaining it, but it's crazy. But so indoor would be nice, climate controlled. Outdoor, you would have steel targets. You would have just all these different courses set up. You would have long range. You'd have short range, intermediate. And then the really cool part would be it'd be some type of like paintball or airsoft like shoot house where you could actually practice close quarters combat training, which is something that is very hard to come by. And we would have instructors come out and help teach it. And that's just kind of what I envision that to be. And along with that, I want to have a classroom somewhere within the store, within the building, on campus. It's going to be something that's massive when it's said and done. But I have a classroom where people can come and learn not just firearm stuff, but you can learn financial stuff, investing in certain things. You can come and do like a little mini conference for faith-based stuff, all of that. And then along with the classroom, we would have an area it'd be like a little workshop. I want people to be able to learn the art of building and working on firearms, because it does you no good to have a firearm if something breaks on it and you have no idea how to change it or how to fix it. Because say crap did hit the fan and you're on your own. How are you going to know what to do if you have a malfunction that on your Glock pistol, the firing pin spring broke and it no longer wants to push the firing pin forward? How are you going to know how to change that firing pin out? It actually only takes a few minutes. You just have to know how to disassemble it, put the new piece in, and reassemble it, and then you're good. But you're not going to know that unless you have the training. So as you can see, my vision, my dream is massive. But the thing is, my God's even bigger. And I know God wouldn't have laid this on my heart, wouldn't have given me this vision that is this big if he wasn't going to help me accomplish it and achieve it. And so it seems so crazy and so far away from where we're at right now. But I'm going to put in the work and do this for the long haul to be able to get to that point. And I'm super excited. I know I've already had plenty of sleepless nights, as you could probably tell, but this is what I'm supposed to do. And so I'm going to do it with everything that I have. I don't think I left anything out of the vision, but that is what it is. I want this to be a place where people can come, hang out, spend the whole day just around other patriots, other Americans, get better than when they came in. Just have a good time. And I guess, so the part of the vision that I didn't say was just, this isn't going to be a one store thing, a one shop thing. I want this thing to be in every state, multiple places across states, because that's the only way we're going to be able to accomplish this dream, accomplish this mission that we have. To be able to restore our country to the best it has ever been and continue making it better. You probably think, man, this dude's crazy. This dude's on crack or something. Well, it's not true. I'm not. No. I could probably use some, to be honest. But no. This is just the reason I know that this is what I'm supposed to do is because used to I would have never thought of something this big. And I know that it's from God is because I guess I had put a limit on God. I was following the status quo and in turn limiting what God wanted for my life. And as soon as I took that lid off, I can't explain it to you. And I want to help you guys be able to have that same feeling and experience your American dream. But yeah, this is probably a long episode from what I can tell. I can't tell how long it's been. But I'm going to leave it off there. That is the vision. That is the dream for the American Dream Project. I hope you guys can get behind it. I hope you guys can kind of see the vision that I have for it. And I hope it appeals to you. I know it won't be for everybody, but I hope it encourages you and inspires you to go after your American dream. But I love you guys, and remember, success takes work, work takes time, and time is limited, so get out there and get to work. I love you guys. I will see
You are now in the presence of a king.